iPhone 16 versus iPhone 16e. Today I'm breaking down more than just specs. Real-life performance, camera, battery life, and at the end, which one you should buy. We'll answer questions like, do you really need an extra camera lens? Will you miss out on performance? Let's dive in and find out. Let's start off with the design. So both have a beautiful 6.1-inch OLED screen, which will deliver incredibly gorgeous, beautiful, vivid colors. Also, something to note is that the 16 has superior brightness, reaching at 2000 nits of peak brightness, compared to the 16e that reaches only 1200 nits of brightness. Now, this isn't a massive difference. It is a big deal in very sunny conditions, but most of the times, the brightness on the 16e will do just as fine. Both displays will look incredible, but iPhone 16e will have a notch and the 16 will have the dynamic island. The notch makes it kind of look like an outdated design for a lot of people, and the 16 has the dynamic island, which is an incredible feature that brings a lot of really useful features. The dynamic island allow your iPhone to have these beautiful animations around it for incoming phone calls, a timer, paying with Apple Pay, but it goes way more than that because third-party apps use it as well. For example, I love watching football and I love keeping track of my favorite sports games, and it's always there for me. So no matter what app I'm using, I can always see the score. I made an entire video about the dynamic island showing you how to make it really useful. So if you want to check it out, links in the description. You might find it useful to know if it's actually relevant to you. The good thing about both iPhones is that they both do not have Touch ID. The way that you're gonna lock both iPhone is via Face ID. Face ID is secure, but most importantly, very fast. It will let you pay and unlock your iPhone. Something to note is its models, because the 16e only has one size, 16e, but the 16 comes in two sizes, the standard 16 and the larger 16 Plus. The 16 Plus has a larger battery and a larger screen, which might be great for you, but something crucial to a lot of people is its color. And I'm sorry to say that if you're interested in the 16e and are looking for fun colors, well, I think you're kind of out of luck, because the iPhone 16e only comes in two colors. It comes in white and it comes in black, which are very minimal and natural colors. And then on the other hand, the iPhone 16 comes in gorgeous, vivid colors. The blue, that pink, that green, and that white and black look incredible. So if you want that hot and sexy pink iPhone, you're gonna have to get the iPhone 16. Let's continue talking about the performance. Now, they both have the exact same chipset. They both run on the A18 chip. Something to note is that the iPhone 16 has a 5-core GPU and the 16e has a 4-core GPU. In real-day usage, you won't find a difference. They will both run incredibly smooth in terms of multitasking. But the best thing about both models is that they both run on Apple Intelligence, which is phenomenal, because when people are looking to buy an iPhone in 2025, for example, an iPhone 15 or an iPhone 14, even though an iPhone 14 or an iPhone 13 can be way cheaper, if it doesn't have Apple Intelligence, it's honestly a very big deal to me, because I always tell people this. Apple Intelligence has a couple useful features now, but in a couple years from now, having an iPhone that does not have Apple Intelligence will be a very big deal. Apple is pushing hard into AI. The tech industry is pushing hard into AI, and having an iPhone that doesn't have AI features might seem a very big deal to you. So keep that in mind. In terms of Apple Intelligence now, it's got tons of useful features. For example, the revamped Siri, which is way smarter. It's compatible with ChatGPT, so you can ask ChatGPT whatever you want directly from Siri, and Siri will reply. Siri feels more natural. It's more beautiful with its outstanding design. You've also got Genmoji, which allows you to generate custom emojis like a flying squirrel, for example. It's a lot of fun. You've also got writing tools, which allow you to summarize or rewrite text to make it more formal or more fun. You've also got visual intelligence, which is a phenomenal feature that lets you point at an object using your camera and it will give you detailed information on it. Talking about visual intelligence, both models do have the action button, which is a customizable button that you can make it do whatever you want, from muting your iPhone, from opening up the camera, from turning on visual intelligence, from turning on a flashlight, or even turning on a shortcut. Something that the iPhone 16 does have that the 16e does not is camera control. And camera control is its own dedicated button to open up the camera and control certain parameters on the camera. Now, honestly, it's not that big of a deal. You're not really missing out on a lot. I do find it useful. I've actually got my iPhone 16 Pro Max and I use it daily. But a tip that I can give you want to save some money on the 16e is that you can simply customize the accent button to the camera. So you've got your own dedicated camera control button in a way. Camera control obviously also gives you extra versatility since it's touch sensitive. You can zoom in to your camera directly from camera control. It's a nice feature to have, but I wouldn't say it's extremely necessary. Let's talk about the camera, which is a big deal to a lot of people. Now, first off, you've got 2 camera lenses on the iPhone 16, allowing for an extra ultra-wide lens that the 16e does not have. The ultra-wide lens gives you a very fun and distinct perspective to your images. It also allows you to do macro photography. Having an ultra-wide lens on the 16, the 16e will not be able to shoot macro photography. The main camera lens on both devices are 48 megapixel, which are exactly the same. They are the best cameras from Apple as of right now. All of the images that you take on both iPhone will deliver incredible images. Both cameras will provide you incredible detail with vivid colors, rich contrast. The 16e also does have some downsides with video. There's no cinematic mode and no action mode, which is, really useful to a lot of people as well. Even though if we talk about video, the 16e will already have great autofocus and the 16e will also already have great stabilization. Action mode is used for way much more shakier instances, which you won't happen every single day, but it's definitely something that you should know. Now, let's talk about the battery life, because the battery life is a main difference on both devices and it truly sets them apart. Now, surprisingly, the cheaper iPhone 16e has a longer battery life, which is one of the best things about the iPhone 16e. The 16e has up to 26 hours of video playback compared to the 16, which only reaches 22 hours of video playback. Now, don't forget, you still have the 16 Plus if you want that larger battery life, but if we compare both smaller devices, the 16e truly has outstanding battery life, and that's thanks, one of the reasons, to the new C1 modem. Now, what is a modem? So Apple, with the iPhone 16e, launched its first ever house-made modem. Apple has always used Qualcomm for all of their iPhone lineup, including the iPhone 16. The modem is basically that little chip inside of your iPhone, which allows all of the connectivity to happen from your iPhone to your carrier. All of your cellular, the texting, the calling, the 5G, the 4G, all of that is made possible thanks to a chip called the modem. And now the 16e has the C1, which is Apple's own made modem, which basically at the end of the day, it results with faster and more reliable speed. And one of the reasons that the battery life is so great is thanks to this modem. So if we talk about battery life, the 16e is truly phenomenal. Now, charging, on the other hand, is a big weakness on the 16e. I hate this comparison because it's like, this phone is great at this, but also not good at this, and this is good at this and not good at this. So you truly have to decide what you truly feel like it's a priority to your lifestyle. Because if we talk about charging, the 16e does not have MagSafe, which is a big deal to a lot of people. The MagSafe ecosystem is very useful, allowing your iPhone to simply snap into wallets, chargers via magnet. You can get an iPhone 16e MagSafe compatible case and it will solve that. But just to let you know that the 16e does not have MagSafe and obviously the 16 does have MagSafe. They're both obviously compatible with wireless charging, but the 16e will only charge at 7.5 watts. What does that mean? It's a very slow way to charge your iPhone. Very slow. In real life usage though, if you usually charge your iPhone via wireless charging overnight, it will obviously charge it from 0 to 100 as soon as you wake up. It's not that big of a deal, but if we talk about differences, this one's a major difference as well. Now, which one should you choose? Now, let's talk about the price, because the 16 starts at $799 while the 16e starts at $599. $99. The price difference is massive. I'm gonna start off by saying this. If you truly care about battery life and having an iPhone that truly puts battery to priority, the 16E will be incredible for that. On the other hand, the 16 truly offers more distinctive, fun colors, an extra camera lens, MagSafe, faster charging, and most importantly for me, my favorite feature, the dynamic island. If we're comparing both devices, if you've got the money, I'd honestly go for the iPhone 16. But if not, you're obviously going with a flagship iPhone 16e, which will obviously be incredible for you as well. But that's my opinion. Which one would you choose? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to keep watching more iPhone 16e content, you can tap on these videos right here. The iPhone 15 might also be a great option for you, and I compared it in this video. You can watch my 16e review right there, or you can subscribe. There's a lot for you to do, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.